Not very precisely. This is literally the easiest eye look ever. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be just a get ready with me. I'm going to be doing my summer makeup, summer glam. I'm not really going anywhere today, but I feel like doing my makeup, so I'll be showing you guys the new products I've been using and just different things I've been getting into. I'll probably chat a little bit about what's going on since I haven't been around for like the past month. I've been honestly kind of a mess, but I'm basically just going to be going through and showing you all the new things I've been learning about makeup, the new techniques I've learned, and different products I've been using. So if you want to see how I do my makeup for summer glam, then just keep watching. Okay, so I don't have any makeup on right now, and I don't think I'm going to exactly walk through and say every single product that I'm using. I'm probably just going to go through and start doing my makeup and just talk to you guys, maybe mention some products throughout. And if I keep looking right here, it's because I have a mirror right here and I'm gonna look in that while I do my makeup. But yeah, so basically I haven't been around because I haven't felt any motivation to just film my routine, I guess. I literally have had no motivation to do that. So yeah, there's not really any good reason. But it takes a lot to like film each video because I don't have like a go-to setup. So that's kind of why it's like actually kind of difficult to film. But today I feel like it. I feel like I'm kind of getting my motivation back. Another reason I think I haven't really been feeling like filming is just because my dog passed away last week. What's today? Thursday? Okay, so it's been a week today. And it was just really hard for me and my family, and I don't know. The past week I haven't really felt like doing much at all, so that's that. It's really awful. I don't know if any of you guys out there have ever went through like losing a pet, but Smokey was like right there, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. He was gonna be 15 in November. Cute little Pomeranian. But yeah, he was just old and not doing well. He started getting sick, so he passed away. But we're all starting to do better now. I don't know, I just like haven't really been feeling it. So what I've really been going into, I've been doing more like natural looking makeup instead of like full-on glam. Even though it still has a lot of products, it looks a lot more like my skin, I guess. That's like the best way to put it. So I've still been going in with foundation first, and the foundations I've been using is the CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir foundation in the shade 705 Ivory. I don't know if it like you guys even care to hear what shade I am or anything like that, but I've been watching a lot of videos recently where I feel like they don't say the shades, and then I'm like, shoot, well I wish they would have said the shade. And then I try to go back later and find the shade and I can't find it. Or like I'm a similar shade to them, but I don't know what shade they are, so I just take a little bit of that in the back of my hand. And then I'm also going in with the ColourPop No Filter foundation in the shade Fair 15. And I just take a little bit of that because it is like a lighter shade, and the formula, I don't absolutely love it because it's a lot more like matte and kind of drying on my skin, but it's not awful, especially when I mix it in with the CoverGirl foundation. So I just put some of that all over like I have in previous videos. I've seen a lot of reviews for the ColourPop foundation because I wasn't gonna buy it at first. Okay, well that's probably a lie because I love ColourPop, so I probably was gonna buy it. But I've seen a lot of reviews, and the shades that everybody seems to be using are like so dark. At least to me, they look so dark. And then I bought Fair 15 because I looked at the little shade match thing, and it matched up with like a Maybelline foundation that I have, and so that's like the shade that it matched me with. So I bought Fair 15, and it works. I think it matches pretty well. I mean, it is a little bit lighter, but I feel like everybody else I've seen has been using like extremely light shades. Like, I mean light, not like lighter and like fair, light, medium, that type of thing. Like even Jeffree Star, who's so fair, like in my mind he seems more fair than me, was using like a light shade. So I don't know if it just, what makes it work, what makes this shade work for my skin, but it does, so I'm not complaining. But I definitely can't wear it by itself because it's kind of drying, but it gives me like a matte, semi-matte finish, I think. But I don't mind it as long as I'm mixing it with another foundation. I'm using the Y6 brush from Morphe to blend this out. I used to be like beauty blender only, but then I got these, the Laura Lee brush set for my birthday, which was a week ago. And I actually really like blending these out with a brush. And I've even been doing my concealer with a brush too, so I don't know. So then once I go in with like a light layer of foundation, you can still see like some of my acne and just like, not discoloration. You can still see some of my acne and whatnot, but for the most part it covers up the different redness I have. Then I go in with my foundation, and I'm just still using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. This is another one of those Laura Lee brushes. I think she like specially formulated this one with Morphe. Like it wasn't a previous brush that they already had. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm surprised I actually like it to blend out concealer, just because, I don't know, like I mentioned, I've always used a beauty blender to blend things out. So one of the new things I've been doing, really I just started it this summer, is instead of using powder bronzer, I've been using this Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. I don't know if you can see that, but I figured I would try it out. Wet n Wild is like super affordable, so I figured I would give it a go with cream products. Raw Beauty Christie and Samantha Ravindell, I think I'm saying that right. I've watched a lot of them recently, and they've gotten me super into cream products. So, and I think it actually looks a lot better on my skin. I've been using cream blush too, which I'll show you in a second. But I just apply like a line right there, kind of like above my cheekbone, because I tend to blend it a little bit further down when I'm blending. So, and then just around my forehead, a little bit under my lip, which I always forget to blend out, a little bit down my nose, and then I switch over to the highlight side and just do it the tiniest little bit in my inner corner, my cupid's bow, my chin, forehead, a little bit on my nose, and then I blend that out. That's what I wanted to mention. So one thing I've been seeing a lot, one thing I've been seeing a lot of is like, well, I guess not recently, but I keep seeing people do the concealer like giant triangles, and the more that I see that, I just don't get why people do that, because in my opinion it looks so cakey. I don't know, I guess whatever works for you, but what works for me is just applying like the most minimal amount of concealer, because I have extremely dry skin, especially under my under eyes. So I just cannot do like huge triangles of concealer because it does not work for me at all. Like, I just feel like you'd be blending for days, especially having foundation already there. You're literally just, I don't know, it just seems like too much product for me. But then again, so then I just blend this into around my forehead and, like I said, on my cheekbones. And I like to make sure that I blend this like back into my hairline, because it can look super, I don't know, just like split and not like properly blended in. So I like to just kind of stipple that around, and then I go along the side of my nose like I said. And then I always forget the bottom of my lip. And then I go back with that other concealer brush and do the highlight, which this is just a brighter shade, so I don't know if you can see this on camera, but you can see how it's just like a tinier bit lighter than the rest of my under eye, which I think is like really pretty. Kind of just brightens up my face. Okay, next, this has been my favorite step that I've like adopted into my routine this summer, and that is cream blush. And I've been using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Baton de Maquillage. I don't know how to say that, but It's these. They're really inexpensive. I think I literally got these at Walgreens. But I just take, I can't even open it. I take a little bit of the cream blush and pat it onto my cheeks. I know that looks like a lot, but it's really not, I promise. Okay, so then like I said, it kind of seems like a lot, but it's really not. So then I just take the like flat end of my beauty blender and I just pounce on the apples of my cheeks. And I don't know what it is about this cream blush, but it just makes my skin look so much more like skin. Like I feel like when I was using like tons of powder products, it just kind of looked cakey on me. I guess just because I have such dry skin that it looked so cakey. But this makes my skin look so much more like skin and just minimal. It kind of gives me the look that I have like a slight, not sunburn, but kind of more like a sun-kissed look rather than straight up like pink, bright pink cheeks. So that color is kind of like mauve-y, but I also have this one, which is kind of more, I have this one also, which is kind of more peachy and has like a slight sparkle to it, so I like to put that on as well. And then just blend that out. And I like to put it kind of too like up on my temples just because it kind of, like I said, gives me that sun-kissed look. And on my nose a little bit too. And what I used to do was rub these on the back of my hand and then go in with them. But I feel like I get more, I feel like the product stretches out, like the use of it stretches longer when I just go straight onto my face. And then blend it in with the beauty blender. So then it's just like a light wash of blush instead of like color. So I don't know. You can go back and look at other videos and see where I apply powder blush, but I just feel like this looks much more natural and skin-like, which I'm all about. I feel like I finally like learned how to do makeup. I told Nick that the other day and he was like, I'm pretty sure you've been doing makeup, you know how to do it. So then after that, I sometimes go in with powder. I probably will today just because, I don't know, for the purpose of this video, I guess. So when I ordered the ColourPop No Filter foundation, I also ordered the ColourPop No Filter loose powder, and let me just say that I hate it. Like I truly, truly hate it. I'm just gonna like lightly set under my eyes and like a little bit of my face. Like I really, really, really don't like the ColourPop loose powder. And I hate saying that because I like love ColourPop everything, but I like cannot do that powder. Something about it just makes every part of my face look so dry, even where I don't apply it. It's like a cakey, dry, crumbly mess. Like it literally just looks so bad. I'm also gonna try to set my smile lines because they're deep. And then I just try to lightly set the rest of my face, but I don't really worry about my cheek area though, because sometimes I like to go in with like some powder, just because why not add a little bit of extra blush. I've been really into blush lately, if you can't tell. But I got this ColourPop duo, I guess. It doesn't say a shade name or anything on here, but it's just a nice little ColourPop blush and highlight duo. If you can see that. If you can't, sorry. And then I just take a little bit of the blush color, tap off a little bit of the excess, and just kind of sweep that along my cheeks and on my temple. And then I'll take the same brush that I was using for my loose powder and kind of just like blend that out. Jeffree Star calls this veiling, which I think is pretty cool. And I just kind of blend that all in together. If I'm really feeling it, I'll take some bronzer and just go on the outside. So I'll use like my butter bronzer, my Physicians Formula butter bronzer, and just dip in with that lightly and just like ever so slightly graze my cheeks. I more just focus this on my forehead. So then I've been using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of new makeup recently, and I feel like I've been using it differently. I don't know. Maybe it's the same and I'm just like, oh, this is different because it's different products. But it really does feel different. But then I just apply that everywhere I feel like it. Not too much, but just a little bit. I also use the highlighting powder from the ColourPop duo that I was using the blush from sometimes, but it just depends because it's a lot more peachy. And I don't really have like too much of a tan right now, so it doesn't look the best on my cheeks, but why not? Then after I'm done with all of that, I like to go in and just go ahead and set my face using the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. And I just like to go in and set my powders before I do my eyeshadow, just because, I don't know, I don't like my powders looking so powdery on my face, just because it looks, like I said before, cakey on me. I just think everything looks really cakey on me. I'm super critical of it, so that's what I like to do. And then eyeshadow. I've been watching so many videos lately because I haven't been filming them, and I feel like so much has come out recently, like so much new makeup, and I've been getting some of it, but I don't know, I'm getting pretty content with my collection, I guess you could say, but some stuff is just like so cool that I'm like, okay, I need that. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows really quickly. After I finish on my eyebrows, I got this ColourPop Brow Boss Gel, and it's just like any other brow gel just to keep your brows in place. Some people use hairspray, but this is really cheap and I was making a ColourPop order, so I figured, why not? And you can see that it has like this white, like the product is actually white inside, but it dries down clear, but I always just run it through my brows a few times. Voila, brows are done. So then I move on to eyeshadow, and lately I've been partially using this because I was really excited about the launch, 2 because I got it for my birthday, and 3 I think the neutral colors in this palette are just like perfect, because I know everybody's on like the like warm brown tones train, but personally I think a cool brown shade looks a lot better on me and defines my eyes a lot better, makes my blue eyes stand out. But I've been using the what is it? I've been using the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. It is beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. Shout out to Whitney for Shout out to Whitney for getting it for me for my birthday. I love it. It's literally, oh, so beautiful. And I bet a lot of people probably think like, what the heck are you gonna use? What the heck are you gonna use these shades for? But honestly, the other night I was kind of upset and I was just like having a bad night, and I literally just like went to my vanity and I was like, I'm just gonna play with makeup, and I did like a whole like rainbow eye look using all the colors in this, and it actually turned out pretty cool. So I think I might do a video where I use some color from this palette soon, but I don't know, we'll see. Overall, this palette just like looks so cool. I think the shadows perform like really well, so I was excited to use it when I first got it, and I've been using it ever since, so thanks, Whit. I also wanted to mention, I know I've been mentioning it through this entire video, but I've been using just the Morphe X Lauralee, whatever that is, collab. I've been using all of her brushes because I feel like in that kit I get all of the brushes I truly need, so that's been nice. And for summer I've just been doing like the everyday, you guessed it, smoky eye, probably similar to like all of the videos that I have on this channel, but I just like to take a cool, like a light cool brown shade from this palette. It's the shade Hunty. I don't know if you can see that. And this shade, I have no idea if you can see that, but I just place that like pretty much all over my crease, above my crease, and like into the lid. I'm not really precise with this shade at all because I just like to lay it down and provide definition. But I feel like this shade just like makes my eyes really pop. And this eye look goes with literally everything. So if you need an eye look for a night out or just a day to like go to work, whatever, this look will work. I like to wear this look too, like I said, for going out, for dinner, or just, I don't know, whatever y'all do, whatever you guys do. I like to just intensify the colors, or I don't know, just intensify everything a little bit. Or if you want to keep it more casual, then you just don't layer, so don't layer the product as much. And then after I am like satisfied with how that looks, I go in with the shade Mug, which is like a deeper, warmer brown like I mentioned, and I just put that lower in the crease. This is literally like every eye look that I ever do, so literally just go look at the rest of my channel and I'm sure it'll be the same way. And then usually I just put this same shade like under my eye, not very precisely. This is literally the easiest eye look ever. And then for the inner corner, I use the shade Cake Face, and it's just the white shade in this palette. Usually I would use like a shimmer or not something as like stark white, but I think this just like adds a nice brightness, and it's matte, which I like. And on my brow bone. And then lastly I take the shade Beat, which is just like silver and pink, and I put that on my lid. Not precisely at all, just like a light wash. And sometimes I'll mix in the shade Legendary, which is like the gold in this palette. And I just lay those down super, like not structured in any way at all, because I don't know, I think like a nice wash of shimmer is really pretty, rather than like a sharp cut crease, just for like the daytime. But you could always like clean up this look at night if you wanted to do some type of cut crease or whatever and make it more dramatic. And then at the end, what I've been doing recently is, like I said, you could just leave it like this if you want it like super casual, you don't want a lot of color, but I've been taking the shade Snatched, which is like a maroon reddish shade, and I've been applying that like super close to my waterline. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's just like this like slightest maroon shade, kind of pinky shade literally ever. So that's what I do on the eyes. I keep it really simple, and then I apply mascara, and that's pretty much it. Also, I know I've mentioned on this channel before that I never wear eyeliner or false lashes, but over the weekend I was in one of my friend's wedding, and I applied false lashes. Well, my friend applied false lashes, and it was insane. It was the weirdest feeling ever. It was just so odd. I don't know how I felt about it, but I don't think I'll be wearing false lashes soon. The last thing I do to complete this like everyday super wearable look is I use the ColourPop, what do you know, obviously ColourPop, because that's all I use, ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Pretty In. And I think this is the cutest gloss because everything I wear is pink, always, or neutral. And this is just like the prettiest wash of pink. It is the most comfortable gloss I've ever worn, like more comfortable than Fenty, more than the Fenty Gloss Bomb, more comfortable than the Kylie glosses I have, more comfortable than literally anything I own. I just put on a light layer, and you can keep building it throughout the day. This also has a different wand, and it also has jojoba oil in it, which is supposed to leave your lips like feeling really hydrated and moisturized. And it does. I wasn't really excited about the shape of the wand when I first heard about this, but now that I have it, I actually really enjoy it. But I think this gloss is just perfect for every day. I've been liking glossy lips a lot more than lipstick or matte lips or anything like that lately. So this is the finished look. I spray again with my Urban Decay All Nighter. And that's it. That's my go-to summer look. If I don't want to have as much coverage, or I'm not really going anywhere and I just want like a little bit of coverage, but not as much. Like, I don't really want to mess with foundation. I will use the CoverGirl Smoothers BB Cream in shade 810 light to medium. Looks like this. I typically don't like BB creams, but I think this just applies like a nice even layer. It evens out your skin tone without looking like you're wearing too much makeup. It looks like your skin. So I've been using that a lot more than wearing foundation, because I feel like in the summer I don't need foundation really. I just prefer like to feel like I'm not wearing any makeup. And while I'd love to say like, oh yeah, like this feels like I'm not wearing any makeup, it kind of does. But it's really just up to your preference, whatever you feel like wearing. If you feel like wearing a lot of glam, or if you feel like not really wearing anything. But those are the things I've learned just using a lot more creams rather than powders, even though I did go over top of it with a little bit of powder, and just using like the most minimal amount of makeup possible and a lighter application of it. It extends like the longevity of your makeup, how long you can use the product, and it just looks more natural when you're not caking out as much, which we've all been there and done that. But I'm really happy with how this looks. I think it's great for every day, like I said, and you can kind of tone it down or amp it up if you want to emphasize blush, contour, make your brows more like, I don't know, full and precise and clean and cut. You can amp up the eye look. Everything that this routine entails can be toned down or scaled up, which I really like. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed watching this quick summer glam get ready with me, then please hit the thumbs up and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and please share. Like I said, I know that I've been not uploading videos, but I feel motivated again, and I would like to film a few more videos, maybe doing like Life's a Drag palette tutorial, or I don't know, really whatever you guys want to see. So please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you want to see from us, and that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Bye.